Hi there, it's me, Rodger, Sir Rodger Rose, and welcome to a spectacular special ESL English, because I'm going to focus on reading and listening, because grade 3 tomorrow will have the listening and reading test. So I'm going to give my views, my tips, how you can be as fan-dabby-dozy in your test and be so majestic, and I'm sure you will. So when you're in a test, the first thing you have to do is just relax. Do not bring a bottle of water. Make sure you're hydrated, okay? Because when I get nervous, especially reading, dry mouth, so I need to have a bottle of water, okay? And look at this, just naturally there. Okay, so get a bottle of water. Make sure you sleep well the night before, and make sure you get up and have something to eat before, banana or something like that. So what should you do for, let's say, a reading test? Well, the key thing you have to do is read it carefully and slowly. Okay, if you do read it very quickly, you're going to make mistakes. Okay, so read it slowly. Okay, I suggest read it once, maybe twice. That is always the tip I used to do as a young little boy, and I'm a little bit older now. I'm not so young, but hey ho. So read it twice and then go into the questions. Now, many children and even adults make mistakes when answering in a reading test. What is that, I hear you say? Well, that is, they think they know the answer because they've read it. But you should always go back to the test. Now, Mr. Chris has a fantastic, majestic saying, which is that there's only one time you can copy in a test, and that is in a reading test. No, do not look at your friends' answers. He means get your answers not from your head or from your memory. Go back to the text and be a detective. Okay, so be a detective. You find that answer. You go and get it. Okay, so read the text twice. When you get onto your questions, go back to that text and find those key words in the question. So if it was, where was Sir Rodger Rose born? You've got to look for the key words, which would be born and that majestic name, Sir Rodger Rose. Okay, so pick out those key words, and those answers are not in your head. They're on that paper. Okay, so read it carefully. The last one, listening. Okay, it's one thing I really enjoy to do. If you listen, you might be able to hear the music outside. Vietnamese music, by the way. So anyway, listening, what you have to do with that, again, relax. If you've not heard it for the first time, they will repeat it at the end. So if there, let's say there are 5 sentences or 5 questions, they will repeat it after the 5th one, and you'll hear it twice. Okay, so if you feel nervous or someone sneezed and you didn't hear the question, relax. Do not worry. Okay, forget and move on. Forget and move on. A key rule in any of my examinations I've had about reading books and all that malarkey is just move on. If you're nervous about a question, made a mistake, stop and move on, because if you get worried or you can't hear, you will make more mistakes. So move on, and each question will be repeated twice. Okay, you will have pictures there. You should have pictures, and some of them will read the question carefully. It might say circle or tick. So listen is an easy skill if you take your time. Okay, and that is essential. So I'm hoping my quick superb tips will help you tomorrow. Now, I'm sure you'll be fantastic. I'm sure you'll be top of the world. Okay, so remember, read the question. Okay, read that text twice. The answers are in the text, not in your head, not in your memory, but on the text. Listening, just listen, look at the picture, look for the answer. It's not and then find the one that it is. Okay, and even if you've done the questions fan-dabby-dozy, the second time round, be a detective and see if you've got your questions right or wrong. And I'm sure you'll do absolutely sensational. Okay, so like I say, take your time, relax, get some water, yeah, because we all get nervous, not too much because you were going to the toilet too much, and that's what a silly sausage might do. So take your time, reading and listening tomorrow. And I will be speaking to Mr. Chris because me and him are discussing about potential Sir Rodger Rose coming in to do a reading or speaking lesson in the next few weeks. So hopefully, if everyone behaves well and shows their desire to be a kapow wow speaker, listener and writer and reader and all that, I may come in and attend. So try your best tomorrow, reading and listening, listen and read. Read it carefully, take your time, and thank you for listening to a kapow wow, well, you could say reading and listening special. Okay, keep on reading and keep on dreaming.